How the fuck are you supposed to know what the person who has what you want, especially if that desire seems out of your reach to the person you currently are, thinks, does, and feels? Welcome to Abundant Youniverse, your go-to podcast for becoming your most empowered, powerful, abundant, truest, and highest possible self through self-mastery, quantum healing, spiritual activation, soul expansion, and ascension. Here we talk about your self-concept, subconscious beliefs, science, spirituality, mindful manifestation, magic, mysticism, remembering and embodying who you really are, and all things esoteric. I'm your friendly neighborhood self-mastery and mindful manifestation mentor, energy alchemist, quantum healer, spiritual ascension activator, and host, Elle Brandlin. And today we're talking about why you don't have to become the person who has your manifestation and why that can be such bad advice. So stick around until the end to find out what you should focus your attention and energy on instead in order to shift more effortlessly into that version of yourself. Please be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening if you haven't yet. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up to help your fellow mindful manifestors who are ready to simplify this shit to find it. It's pretty common in the manifestation community to hear people talking about how you have to become the person who already has your manifestation, right? You have to think, do, and feel like that person to manifest your desires. Well, I'm here to tell you that you do not. And here's why that is such bad advice. How the fuck are you supposed to know what the person who has what you want, especially if that desire seems out of your reach to the person you currently are, thinks, does, and feels? This is what leads people to seek advice outside themselves, like what's the best morning routine to manifest your desires, for instance. So you start watching YouTube videos that propose methods and a routine that worked for that person. But guess what? You're not that person. You're you. And you're meant to do things your way. And this is why people start waking up at 5 a.m. and adding a bunch of unsustainable shit that doesn't come naturally to their morning routine. And then they feel like a failure when they couldn't sustain it because they can't be someone they're not, which makes the whole process take longer, and they think there's something wrong with them that's blocking their manifestations. But there's not anything wrong with you if you've been there before. It's the advice that's faulty because it's not actually meant for you. Sure, if you're a morning person who loves waking up before dawn, by all means, you do you, but not everyone is. For example, I'm a night owl by nature, so if I try waking up that early, I'm completely cutting myself off from the time of day where I'm actually most productive and creative, which is late at night, because I'd need to be asleep during that time to wake up that early. And maybe your body doesn't want to work out at early fucking 30 in the morning. Maybe your body prefers an afternoon workout, just for example. My point is, you're not supposed to become a whole different person. You're supposed to be you, the truest version of yourself, not what someone else thinks you should be doing because that's what worked for the truest version of them. Make sense? And you don't have to become anything. You already are the person who has your desires. It's actually about unbecoming everything you're not. So if you're listening to what some guru says about what you should be doing instead of your own inner guidance, you're actually piling on more layers of who and what you're not, right? So what should you be doing instead? Well, I actually just kind of said it, huh? I should have maybe said spoiler alert before that last statement, but I'll reiterate it now. You have to shed and release everything you're not so you can shift more easily into who you already are. So instead of asking what the person who has all of your desires thinks, feels, and does, ask yourself what they believe. If you want overflowing financial abundance that empowers you to give back in massive ways just by being yourself, what does the version of you who already exists on one of the other infinite timelines in the quantum field believe about themselves? I'll give you a hint. They believe they have the power to create that. They believe they deserve to accumulate massive amounts of wealth, and they probably don't believe that all wealthy people are greedy assholes who hoard money because they're living proof that that's not always the case. This means they believe in their own power, virtue, and worthiness, right? So, what beliefs does this version of you need to release in order to shift more effortlessly into that version of you? In case you didn't listen to the last episode, I'm about to spoil it for you. But the only real belief anyone needs to change is that they're just a powerless human who's separate from source energy and consciousness with no actual control over their own life. You simply need to decondition yourself from this harmful, false, limiting belief that keeps so many people stuck living lives they don't want, and reprogram yourself to believe and know who you truly are. And you do that by releasing everything else. It doesn't have to be this long, arduous process either, because, like I said last time, changing that one belief unravels false limiting beliefs around what's possible for you and what you deserve, which is what stops you from having everything you want. And there's never been a better time than right now to start deconditioning yourself and releasing the programming that's meant to take away your power and control you, because the awakening in consciousness that's occurring more rapidly than ever on this planet is thinning the veil between the realms and creating the opportunity for all of us to be able to hold more of our own soul light in our physical bodies, but we can't do that with a bunch of bullshit beliefs and programming taking up space. So I'd like to invite you to join us in Sacred Souls Society, where I teach and guide you to release what actually isn't you so you can remember and embody who the fuck you really are at a soul level, how powerful you really are, and what you came here to do, because then you can shift into a reality of freedom, fulfillment, peace, the highest joy, synchronicity, magic, and abundance in every aspect of your life simply by being yourself. This is the perfect time to join too, because next week is literally the most powerful week this planet has ever seen, cosmically speaking. Next Monday, I'm hosting a very special grounding and release ritual for the equinox and zodiacal New Year party that will set us up for setting powerful intentions during our new moon in Aries ritual the next evening on 3/21. And that puts us in the best possible position for my unparalleled embody your soul light and truest self activation when the portal begins opening the following day on March 22nd. So if you're ready to be who and what the fuck you actually are, so you can embody your full power now and be a beacon of light for others, check the show notes or description box below for the link to join us, and you'll gain instant access to all of the content that's already in there. Or if you want my personal one-to-one help, guidance, and unlimited support, and to test drive Sacred Souls Society for free during April, which actually includes an all-access pass to all of next week's festivities as a special bonus. I still have a few spots available for unlimited one-to-one DM mentoring and support, and you can find that link below too, so grab your spot in whatever is calling to you right now, because I'm here to support you however you need me to. And remember, you deserve to experience your soul's highest expression in human form. The world needs your light right now, and I believe in you, so you should too. Much love.